So I ended up taking my regular weekend off from work, and I came up to visit my dad. Wanted to show him the Cobra and a few of the people that I still know up here. I originally grew up here, going through high school, middle school, all that stuff. The town is called Dexter, Maine. It's in central Maine. It was established in 1816, so that means as of this year it's 204 years old. So there's a lot of history behind it. And I just kind of wanted to take you guys around, show you places where I used to work before, where I went to high school, just some stuff around what small town America is actually like, because you don't get too much more small town than this. So I'm going to go around a few of the places around town, show you guys around, and hope you guys like it. So we'll start out with where I went to high school. A lot of memories here. And actually the first thing I noticed when I pulled in is that the parking lot is a lot bigger from when I was here. Parking lot was definitely not this big. It was like maybe half this size, if not less. It's really small. And these light poles weren't here either. I actually haven't, I come and visit my dad quite often, but I haven't come to the high school in a long time. But this is Dexter Regional High School, and I'll cover why it's called, the town it's called Dexter, in just a little while. There's actually a reason behind that. Well, one of the main reasons, but it's pretty much it. Small school, not that much to it. A lot of memories here. I'm surprised it's still here. They've rebuilt the middle school. The old middle school is way up there, and I think I'll take a trip up there. I don't even know if it's not being used for school anymore, as far as I know, because they have built a brand new middle school, which I never went to. I graduated from high school long after they built the new middle school, but I think I'll take a ride up there and see what's still up there and stuff. But I think I'll throw the GoPro on the top of the car and take a ride around the high school so you can see like the whole outside of it and stuff. The next stop on my tour down memory lane, this is known as Dexter Shoe. It used to be a shoe company that made lots of golf shoes, business shoes, boots, stuff like that. And I mentioned earlier how the name of the town, it was kind of named for something. The town wasn't named for this business, but it was known for this business. This was once a countrywide industry. Everyone bought these shoes, and it was huge. This was a huge employer for the entire area when I was growing up. Everyone worked here, and this business was sold back in, I don't know, it's quite a long time ago, over 20 years ago now. And ever since then, this whole economy in this area where I'm from just went downhill. It's unfortunate because a lot of manufacturing businesses have since gone overseas and left the United States, and this was one of them. So this is pretty much used as like a packing plant now. They store a lot of stuff here as far as I know, but as far as manufacturing goes, there's nothing manufactured here anymore, and this building is absolutely massive. I'll have to stick the GoPro on the top of the car again, and I'll drive down the road so you can see how absolutely incredibly big this plant is, and it's just amazing. It's such a shame that this was a thriving community and business for a long time, but now it's just, this town and this area is so much different from what it used to be. Here's another shot of just how big this facility is. I would have to say it's about at least a quarter mile long. That's the very end of it, way down there. It's not much to see here because there is a large hill in front of it. But it goes all the way up there is where the main parking lot is. And I actually worked here after high school. My father worked here for almost 20 years before he was laid off when the facility closed down. I worked here on a night job right after high school from like 11 p.m. to 7 in the morning. It was like one of the first jobs I really had. But unfortunately, the way that the country went at that time, a lot of these jobs went away, and so did this business, and it's unfortunate. There is a UPS truck up there, so they maybe use this building for like a lot of storage stuff now, as far as I know. I'll have to ask my dad, but they definitely don't manufacture anything here anymore. And this was, everyone in this area worked here. It was a huge employment spot for everybody, and when that went away, this entire town went downhill. It's unfortunate the state that my hometown is in now compared to what it was when I first lived here growing up. It's unfortunate, but that's how it happens sometimes. But I hadn't been up here for quite a while either. It was kind of nice just to see the old building again. This here is now the old grist mill museum. Used to be a lumber company. They used to saw lumber. There's a river that runs right down the back of the building, and it was like back in the 1800s, they would take that lumber and cut it all up for production and stuff like that. It was pretty neat, but this has now been turned into a museum which covers like everything, the founding of the town of Dexter and just whole history, and there's all kinds of really cool stuff in there. And my old high school history teacher is the one that used to run this. I'm not sure if he still does now or not, but I'll go over and get a view of the front of the building too. This is the river that runs right by the building. Of course, it's all paved over now and doesn't run like it used to, but this is the front of the building. And there's all kinds of really cool historical stuff in there. I haven't been in there for quite a long time, but it's really, really neat stuff. It's a large statue that's put up behind the library in town. Erected by the citizens of Dexter in memory of their patriot sons. So I imagine it had something to do with the wars back then and stuff like that, but it's pretty cool. Really big too. I wanted to show you guys the library too, because it's such an old building. It's an old stone building, and you just don't see construction like this anymore, like in modern times. Unless it's really done on purpose, but just all that stonework that's done like up along the top and everything. And it's really cool inside this building. It's really, you can tell that it's really old. This is the front of the library. Up there it says Abbott Memorial Library. There's actually a town called Abbott as well, not too far from here. You just see like all the intricate work that's done in the stone and everything. It's just really cool. You just never really see that kind of work anymore, like in a lot of modern day buildings, which are just built a lot differently. I don't know if you can see it, but there's all kinds of writing along the upper part of the stonework, and I'm not sure what all of it means. It's like in Greek or Latin or something, and I have no idea what it really says, but this is the side of the library. And it is fall time here, so the leaves are changing. They look really friggin' pretty. And there's a Cobra up there and the statue. Never go too far away from the Cobra when I do filming or anything like that. I mentioned before how this is small town America. So this is the stoplight in town. Not a stoplight, it's the only stoplight. So we have one stoplight, and that's considered the downtown section. It's where a lot of the businesses are. And there's really not that much to it at all. It runs down that street there, and you go around the corner. That's pretty much it. This is like the bulk of the town through here. A lot of the businesses are through here. The town office is down there too. We're at the top of that clock tower. The clock tower always reminded me of the one in Back to the Future, the one that got hit by lightning. Kind of looks like that a little bit. this building down here was known as Face Scott. This was another manufacturing business in this town when I was growing up. This place actually manufactured machine parts, which was really unique because they could customize all kinds of stuff, and it was just really cool what they could do here. I never worked here. I didn't really know anyone that worked here. It wasn't as big as Dexter Shoe, but it was a very prosperous business, and this actually closed down before I moved out of the area. But this building has been abandoned for a long time as far as I can tell. And it's like a lot of the businesses in this town, they've come and now they've just gone. There's not a lot of ones coming back into this area. It's a real hard place to live now as far as trying to open up a business and making it work, because this facility and the Dexter Shoe facility, which was massive for this area, once they closed, a lot of the jobs went and the economy went with it. And it's just sad that a lot of the country is like this now, but as far as manufacturing goes, but hopefully it's getting better, because it would be nice to have more of these businesses return, especially the smaller towns like this where the people rely on employment and things like that a lot more with manufacturing jobs. So I hope you guys enjoyed my own little personal trip down memory lane. I know it's a little bit different of a video, but I like to kind of throw some curveballs in there every once in a while just to see how the video does. And in the comments, let me know what your hometown is like compared to what it was when you grew up there, or do you still live there? I obviously don't live in this town anymore. I'm 2 hours south of here now. But this whole area is it's just too bad what it's turned into as far as the economy and the businesses. They can't make it up here anymore. It's unfortunate. And I come up here, and every time I come up here, it seems like there's another business that's closed or moved out, and you keep seeing some try to make it, but you just know in the long run they're not. There will definitely be some more dedicated car videos coming soon. I just wanted to take the opportunity to make this while I was up here. And in real time, I'm releasing this pretty soon after I record it. I do have some other videos stacked up that I plan on releasing soon. So I appreciate it for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, throw it a like. And there is more stuff coming, so I appreciate all the views, comments, and likes. So that will do it for now, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time.